Valley for 20 years. I moved from Houston after a career in business operations, primarily in healthcare. And I came to the Valley and married my husband, who is from the Valley, and we had an interesting life together. We restored a barn that was built in 1800 from Vermont and did a number of things together. He had been a photographer prior to that and exposed me to photography. When he passed away in 2008, I wanted to do something that honored part of what we had done together, which is appreciate things that are old and worn and of value in life in this country. And so I took his digital camera and thought perhaps if I used a macro lens and got really close to these old worn images, that we could bring out some of the history and yet represent it in a new way that would work in a contemporary setting, in a contemporary home today, that might look like abstract art. I didn't know if I could do it, didn't know how to do it, found my way with the help of friends who were other photographers, and have started doing the art that we are going to see this evening.
Gail, when you are doing your macros, do you know what you're going to see?
Mine tends to be more planned because I have to be so close and I have to have a tripod. A lot of times my exposures are long. I can't just go around snapping. So mine is more planned. A lot of times when I'm driving down the road, I'm like, oh, I wish I had my camera and I could take that.
Oh God, you
my
can't
tripod.
go any place in the valley without a camera right at your
Right. So mine are more planned, but what isn't expected is the discovery process. Once I put the camera against that piece and discover everything that's there, I may see something that interests me, and I that's why I'm wanting to photograph it. But then I find a whole nother world in front of me behind the lens that you really can't see with the naked eye. There's so much you discover behind the lens and even in the processing of it, once you're reviewing the image, that's another surprising world that's wonderful. And that's part of my goal, is discovering that unknown world, what's beyond.
How do you visualize, you look at a chair, this one hanging over here, you look at a chair and there's a blob of paint there and there's a little scratch and a little sliver. How do you visualize that's going to make a photograph, Gail?
Well, that's a very good question. I don't know. There's just something that draws me to the piece, that draws me to the colors or the texture, and I want to discover more, and the only way I know to do that is through the camera and the lens and see what happens with it. But I'm drawn to the original piece, the history of it, who made it, the years that hands have been on it, the wear, and then I get surprised too. And then I hope people who view my art are surprised with what they see and refreshed and inspired by it. For me, I love the exploration. And as you were saying, Kathy, when I get in front of the computer, I lose hours, I lose time. I'm so enthralled with it. But more than my personal exploration with this, I hope that people are provoked and interested and they find personal exploration, to want to know more, question more, not just about art. Art's wonderful. It's always there to observe and appreciate, but in life, to go beyond. Art's representational, and then to explore more in life and realize how much more there is beyond what we see.